And I was like, shit, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
If you're just tuning
trying
in,
to help you get centered.
and you're
I was just
just
tell you,
if you're
close your
just
eyes,
tuning
relax,
in,
and breathe.
I am trying to introduce this show, Mitchell, and you're just talking
Sorry.
I don't understand. Mitch is a trained actor. He's literally a trained actor with media training. He knows how microphones work. He knows how headphones work. He knows how cameras work. He knows
to a degree. Like, damn.
He knows that you can't have two microphones talking at the same time because you just can't. That's not how it works. Just like the old lady in the Geico commercials. This is not how it works. That's not how it works. And this
don't
man,
you call me on live camera in front of an audience.
I'll edit out. I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out so they think I said something worse about you. It's fine. This man insists on talking while other people talking. Just insists on doing it. I can't do it. Anyways, this is the Milk and Toast Podcast. I'm your host, Logan. I'm here with some of my best friends in the world. My good friend, Claire. Say hi, Claire, to the people.
Hi.
My good friend, Mitch. Say hi to the people,
Hi,
Mitch.
I'm Mitchell. It's nice to meet all of you.
Mitch is so salty because his name is much cooler when you say it with
he
like
also
one
loves
syllable.
Talking the most.
And he talks the most, but it's okay because this is the Milk and Toast Podcast.
How dare y'all? How dare y'all put that evil on
This
me?
is the Milk and Toast Podcast, and we have a good show for you. A great show. We have the best show because we have the best show. We are the best. We're the best show that has ever been made in podcast history.
Y'all lucky that's true. I'm still salty.
That's my friend Mitch. He's very salty. He's a salty man.
The Salt Queen.
Salt Queen sounds fucking dope, though. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to be the Salt Queen, Mitch?
See, I flip it on its head.
Mitch, the Salt Queen. Mitch, are we gonna call you Mitch, or are we gonna call you by your stage name?
I'm Mitchell.
What's your stage name?
Mitchell.
Oh my god! Boring.
Like, what's your
stage name? Yeah, Mitch. No, come on. No, Mitch has an actual stage name. He has an actual like rapper name. He's got like a
I do have a rapper name, but I don't have a stage name. It's just my name.
I don't know. Do you want to be called how do you even say it? I don't know.
It's Lone. So it's spelled.
You want to be called Lone or what?
No. It's Mitchell here right now, man. Lone, that's a different time, man.
Whatever.
That's a different space. That's a different space, man. I'll talk about that too.
I'm done talking about Mitch anyways. He's so happy that we're talking about. You love that. You love being the first topic of the podcast. Look at you. You guys can't see him, but he was smiling so big when I first said that he was the first topic of the show. And look, he can't do it. He's doing it again.
And then you just go lie on me like that, bro. That's so messed up, bro. There's nothing I can do about it.
I'm here to spread joy to the world and spread information, good information, and lie about my friends. That's what I'm here to do. Like,
I'm mad you got that look from me before you. I was like,
Claire was with me, and then she was like, "Wait, what?"
Wait, I'm one of his friends.
I'm trying my best for you. I love you so much. I'm here for you, like in all of the physical sense. But sometimes you just spout such bullshit.
Facts. I love you too, Logan. But I would never so brazenly say it out loud for people to like hear, like Claire. Oh my goodness. Whoa, man. I'm sorry, but like that'd be weird. People don't need to know about me and Logan's personals like that.
Oh my god.
I get professionalism 100%. I respect
it. It's not about professionalism.
But there's a difference between professionalism and then just being like one of those like smooth jazz douchebags who's like, I'm here. I'm just living my best life.
Why
I'm here to spread love and positivity.
I didn't go all the way. I broke it a little bit.
Sure?
Yeah. I gave it a little, edge.
Oh, I'm from Australia, by the way. I thought I should clarify.
Claire, nobody needs to know where we're at physically.
Well, I have a very weird accent. I feel like people
Claire, you're going to have people come to your house. Now stop it.
Come to my house. No one lives near me.
Yeah, you let them know, Claire. Hi, I'm Mitchell.
Nobody
I'm originally from Florida.
In the whole country, Liz?
No, man.
I mean, no, man.
Why are you asking so many questions?
Claire is the
bro?
last Australian.
Why are you asking so
No
many
one's
questions?
listening from Australia unless
How
I
do you
share it on
know?
my Facebook page. Which
Well,
I'm
that's what we're probably going to
contemplating.
ask you to do. Yeah. We want you promoting in Australia. That
Yeah,
increases the
what
market.
is going on right now? Why do people?
Jeez, Claire.
Oh my god! Is nobody gonna listen to my show?
Selfish.
I'm
Claire out here being selfish.
I'm scared nobody's gonna listen.
We got to give this to the globe, Claire. You part of one corner of that. You know what I'm saying?
God. We should actually talk about
1/5.
something before.
Anyway.
And nobody's listening to this. We should
right.
about
Listen,
something.
I just want the record to state that it is not my fault we are talking about something already.
Mitch,
Boom.
nobody
I'm good.
thinks it's your fault. Like, how did you make
Yo,
this?
shut up! I hear
How
you
did you
thinking
make
about
this
me.
about you again?
All right,
we're done.
You're right.
We
All right,
did
you're right.
that.
All right, you're right on that.
We're
You got
fine.
me. You got me. You did. You got me. You got me. All right,
Oh
you got
my
me.
god.
Sorry, you're right.
Wow.
All right, so what do we want to talk about?
Okay. All right. No, we have a lot to talk about, but you could go ahead and start. You already it's your show now. Shit.
Okay, Salt.
Wow.
No.
Okay, so
It's like how his salt just spreads over everybody else.
I'm not even salty.
I'm
I
trying to
literally
figure
just
out.
got beaten down and ganged up against, and I'm just sitting here laughing.
why do you
You
keep
get-
involving me in Logan's rampant rampage?
Because you also no, this time I get where you're coming from, but this time you did say like you were fully just like yeah, like before, literally.
Wait. Which time was I like it? 'Cause
Literally agreeing with him. I'm not even.
Wait, on which thing? What did I agree with him on? Because shit,
But
I don't
was
remember.
like, saying that I wasn't sure if I was going to. No, when I was saying I wasn't even sure, I was going to share it to my Facebook page, and then Logan started, doing his thing, and you started going like you both went down on me like you're my bloody dads.
Okay, all right, Claire, all right. You got me there. That's true. I did do that, and I'm
That's
sorry.
what I was talking about.
But that's only because that was
Offensive.
important. Because that's not
Now
a
I'm
part.
salty.
That's not a part of Logan's ego, Claire. That's all. That's not part of Logan's ego, Claire. That's part of the podcast. We need that for the podcast. We need that for you, not for Logan.
Don't you love how when Mitch does something wrong, he always has an excuse for it?
It's not an excuse. It's a reason, an understanding, which is what I have for you.
You know what would have
Apologies
really
don't apologies don't need excuses, Mitch.
really got me to contemplate
There ain't no
all of my
excuses.
friends
Yeah,
and like listen to this
exactly.
podcast.
What?
Not humiliating me and like derun.
What? No one? What? Ain't no one trying to humiliate you, Claire.
Wait.
Except for maybe Logan, but not me.
Okay, hold on. Listen, y'all can take as many shots as you want. I don't care. I made a podcast. I'm good. So.
Ain't no one even taking shots at you. We're just talking truth.
Shut up, Mitch.
Okay.
Anyways. Okay,
I
Mitch.
ain't mad at nobody. If no
Mitch
one's
seems
mad
to
at
think. Mitch seems to think because we were talking about it. Mitch seems to think that there's more than one person trying to get to Mars, I guess, besides Elon Musk, and we have to talk about this because this is something.
No,
Mitch
that's
cares
not
about.
what I want to talk about.
Well, that's
Elon
what we're
Musk
talking
being
about
a person-
first. So
Elon Musk being a person like introducing like actual space travel and the actual concept of fucking terraforming another planet.
Okay, let's
is
just
what
ignore
matters.
Fucking Neil Armstrong, shall we? Like, let's just ignore the past 70 years of space science and travel.
What does Neil
all
Armstrong think
Neil.
on this subject?
isn't he dead?
Damn, I don't think so.
That's
He's not dead
relevant.
yet.
That doesn't mean he
Neil
should go.
Armstrong's dead.
Is he?
Oh
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna
But
sound
that
dumb
didn't
if
mean
he's
he
not
didn't
dead.
happen.
No, I know. There's things.
No,
there's
he's
what
so
he said
dead.
about it.
Wait, I gotta look this up.
Okay. We have Google for a reason.
Yeah.
What does Neil
I
deGrasse
love
Tyson
Google.
think?
Google's my best friend.
I hate
Google
Neil
everything.
deGrasse Tyson. That's
What do you have
that's
against Neil
what we
deGrasse
should talk
Tyson?
about.
Google.
We should talk
Yeah,
about
why do you hate him?
why I
What has
don't
he
like
done?
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Y'all really
Wait,
want
what?
to talk? Wait, is he dead?
I wouldn't mind.
Oh, thank God, he is.
I don't
dead.
know much
I mean,
about
not
him
thank
other
God.
than-
Neil Armstrong's dead. Yikes.
And editing that out.
And editing that out. Fact.
I just would
I
like
didn't think
to
you'd be
say
the first one. Wow, Logan's the first one we got to get an actual edit out for. Damn, ain't that hilarious?
I would just like to say a major
love you so
apology
much,
to the
Logie Bear.
Armstrong family.
Please,
I
just
meant
so you're
no
aware.
disrespect. Rest in peace, Neil Armstrong.
He did amazing things.
He did
As I
amazing
was
things.
saying, he was the pioneer. And
Are we
mean
talking
no
about Neil
disrespect.
Armstrong or Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Fuck Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Thank God.
What do we have against Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Sorry.
Thank you.
You can edit.
What's wrong with Neil deGrasse Tyson? I really don't know. I thought he was just a fucking physicist.
No, I hate
What has he
He
done?
is.
He is.
There
Okay,
are-
this
no,
is the
okay.
problem.
What has he
This is
done?
the problem
Okay,
with Neil.
okay.
All right, this is the problem with Neil deGrasse Tyson. The problem with Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is funny how this isn't even a topic, but the
Facts.
problem with Neil deGrasse Tyson is he is a physicist and he is like brilliant in his own right. But the problem
Right.
is it's that last part of the sentence, in his own right. Like he doesn't know everything, and he keeps like people keep asking him everything. Like they keep asking him all types of questions about things he literally doesn't know anything about. And that's fine. That's fine, right? Because like he's a really smart person. He's a really visible public figure. He's like he's basically like Bill Nye of our age, even though Bill Nye
and black.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's great, right? But the problem is, at one point or another, if you don't know the answer to something, you can't just like keep talking.
Make shit up.
Like you should.
People keep asking
probably
me.
Tell everybody, "Hi, I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm a super like genius physicist that knows nothing about what it is you're talking about, because that's not what I do." And he doesn't do that. Like he doesn't do that. He refuses to do that. And like, it's funny. We're talking about this because just like the other day on Twitter, I was looking at Steakums. You guys know Steakums, right? The little okay, Steakums are like a little box Philly cheesesteaks. So like you can roll them up in the microwave or whatever. And so Steakums was literally beefing with Neil deGrasse Tyson on Twitter for some reason. And I'm going to show you why. Give me a second.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's so funny. All right. So Steakums. So like you guys know that famous little Neil deGrasse Tyson tweet where he's like, the good thing about science is that it's true whether or not you believe in it, right?
Right. Yeah, right.
Okay. Then Steakums attacks him on Twitter, and basically I'm so like horrible. I said Steakums attacked him on Twitter, and that's not what happened. They they quote tweeted him. But I'm aggressive, so I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So Steakums is because like somebody commented about it. They're like, "Oh my God, you must have like changed your social media personnel." And they're like, "Nope, science itself isn't true. It's a constantly refining process used to uncover truths based on material reality, and that process is still full of mistakes." Neil just posts ridiculous sound bites like this for clout, and he has no respect for epistemology. I don't know why Steakums has respect for epistemology.
Yeah, that was Jesus Christ. Where did that come from, bro?
They just said everything I said about Neil deGrasse Tyson, and that's why I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson. Done.
Okay.
I just think that there are scientists that
sorry, by the way, for like just like snorting into the camera just then. Like I'm just like like I know I have allergies and stuff, but I was like into the hole.
Ew. I didn't hear it the first time, but now I'm disgusted. I was like,
I sound like Trump during a speech where he's like,
oh my God.
Do you guys remember that? He'd be like sniffing.
Let's
like
not entertain the idea that he ever existed.
I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely.
That's what I try to do in my life. Try to act like those last 4 years
that never happened.
Exist.
Yeah,
like,
they never. Okay. That was really mind you. We lived through Bush, and I'm like literally like
right, and that was
worse than that, right? And then Trump, bro, is like, yo, what the fuck? Come on, America.
Horrible. It's bad.
That wasn't even the Bush. The Bushes wanted to be president at the time.
I know. This is
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
I'm talking about America.
Yeah, sorry. Continue. Continue on Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Anyway,
I don't know if you heard.
Claire, what were you trying to tell us?
Oh, Claire, yes. Fuck yeah, yo.
You want to talk about John Howard?
Who's John Howard?
And Kevin Rudd. You want to go there?
Who's that?
John Howard.
Two different prime ministers.
Oh, okay.
John Howard was during the Bush era. Kevin Rudd was during Barack's era. And we now have Scott Morrison, who is literally the worst. And he was during Trump's era / now.
Do you guys ever have anybody good for a leader?
Kevin Rudd was good. I liked Kevin Rudd, but that's just my personal opinion. I don't think
Is
half
he
the
like
country would
Australian
agree with me.
Obama or something?
Why'd you say that like that, bro? You guys ever have anybody good for a leader?
Because the way she said it, they all
Bro.
sounded like the same.
Okay.
Like they all sounded just as bad as one
Australian
another.
politics is very, very different to American politics. I would just like to put that out. Like, it's nowhere near better or good. Like, I'm not trying to be like, we're so much better or anything. Like, nothing like that.
You can say
it's
it.
just different. We're just different. Like, and not even in a bad way, but not even in a good way.
I get that.
Very neutral. So, how do I go into this without going into this? Kevin Rudd was good. I personally vote. I didn't vote for him because I was a kid at the time, but like I vote for his generic party.
What is the name of that party?
Labour. So the Labour.
Oh, Labour Party. Okay.
Yeah, so we have the Liberal and the Labour Party. Liberal over here is the Conservative. So it's nothing like what a Liberal Party over there would be like. Like, Liberal is actually very conservative, business-focused, small business-focused. Like I said, nothing's really negative.
So it's like they're like the Republicans.
Yeah. That's what she was basically saying.
Yeah, and Labour Party is close to the Democrats, but it's also, again, nothing like the Democrats. But it's
because it's a Labour Party.
They're the ones they're the ones that pay for us to have free schooling and pay for, like, they're good people. Like, they pay for us to have our Centrelink and stuff like that we have, where we get money from the government.
I like how she's like, they're good people. You know, you'd like them.
That's kind of what
I'm trying to be impartial, but at the same time, I very clearly follow a certain side. So
that's cool.
No, you can have your opinion. Just like
facts. I can't speak for Logan, but I can't say that about most of the political parties in our country. There's not a single time where I look at politics and politicians and just in the scope of my life, which isn't that long or anything. But there's not a time where I go, oh yeah, they're good people when it comes to politics in general.
Than that. Like,
because it's because I don't care if they're good people or not. I just want them to do what I want them to do.
Yeah, it's not about no, it is about morality, but it's about making sure you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. Right?
Yeah, because you could be a good person and not good for the job.
Well. Like, they do have good perks, and so do Labour. It's Labour isn't great in some aspects as well. It's not as like good and bad as that. That's just a very watered down, biased opinion, if that makes sense. I feel you. The Australian government.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Interesting.
I'm sure there's someone who come on and like sing Liberals' praises and be a lot more invested in that, just because that's what they prefer.
What were you trying to say about Neil deGrasse Tyson? Shit on him.
Yeah. Sorry, we sidetracked way the fuck off from the sidetrack we already were on.
I was just gonna say, there's some scientists that seem to prefer to have a TV presence or a media presence. And then there's some scientists that don't. And I just find the scientists that prefer to have a media presence struggle with, I guess, arrogance. And I don't mean to stereotype, but there are just like Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson specifically just go way above and beyond their literal pay grade. You know what I mean? Like, Elon Musk didn't need to do this bullshit. Like, this wasn't necessary. No one asked for this.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
Here he is, trying to quote unquote save the world while spending billions of people's dollars and destroying the planet and having like 6 different rocket ships go off at the same time and doing all this bullshit because he has money and the world's his playground, and I just don't like that. And I don't actually have that much against Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, Logan pretty much nailed what I have an issue with him about. Like, it's nowhere near as much of a issue as I do have with Elon.
Okay.
But yeah, I just find that media scientists just really struggle with staying in their lane. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
What they're best at. You
That
know?
makes sense. I don't know enough about either of them, to be honest. Not to that degree, at least. It's just like, I thought that was interesting because just the concept, because I'm into things of that nature, but just that concept. Because people, for me personally, it's like the earth isn't going to be sustainable for the rest of eternity. What does humanity do? Not if we continue on like this, at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the concept of going to another place or finding places, which our scientists already do, and eventually just in terms of the future, not for now, it's not my main priority, but in this context, I think it's interesting to talk about. What do you think a society geared to that looks like?
Why do you want to go to Mars, Mitch?
Me?
Yeah,
I want to get away from humanity and Earth.
You know,
Not that I don't love Earth,
Mars, right?
but no. But once again,
like
once again, you small-minded people. I'm talking about being. I'm sorry. Was that too much? Okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to hurt you.
He's going on the plane with Neil Degrasse Tyson, and he's just going.
Joke.
Yeah, he can go, man.
Yeah,
I'm not going to Mars. Don't take it so personally. I'm just saying, but it's not about just getting to Mars. It's about space travel and being able to explore the galaxy.
You guys ever thought you was going to be on the podcast that hated Neil deGrasse Tyson?
No! Not today!
I was thinking about how we did like 20 minutes against Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I was like, what? I was like, who got smoked with Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Who got smoked with Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't the worst one. Like, I actually don't have that much against him.
He's not that bad, but like at the
just like Elon Musk, I think makes more sense for both of you.
He's just annoying. I just think he's annoying. I know. I started off with like I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I do not.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Neil. Keep doing you.
People get annoyed at Bill Nye all the time because of his whole
Who gets
childhood.
We grew up with Bill Nye.
What were we talking about?
People who like grew up with him love him, and he's not like bad at all. I'm just saying I've heard people get annoyed at his constant media presence, like people get annoyed at Neil deGrasse Tyson for his constant media presence.
Oh, you're talking about
because people do that. We get annoyed and then we try and put someone down just because they annoy us, and that's
why I love the fact that they still do it. I'm gonna tell you, do you? Fuck everybody else.
He's talking about Elon Musk still.
Well, she's talking about in general with like either media, either like science, or imagine a person in any field who's just kind of outside their lane and exercising a media presence. But to me, so the way I think about it is, it's like the only thing I ask, because what you guys are mentioning is still true, is like, yo, stay in your lane. You want to be on media, cool, but who are you? Stay that person, please. You don't need to be nobody else or speaking on things that you can't really speak on.
I could be going out of my lane a little bit, but I think that it's probably a capitalism thing that they even have to do that in the first place. Because
well, how do you mean?
Well, because they have to always be content ready. They have to always be like ready to make content in a way. Because what they are is they're TV scientists is what they are.
No, they're not.
Like Bill Nye and like Neil deGrasse Tyson, yes, they are. They make like so much money doing appearances in books and all this and that. This is what they are.
I get that.
They do. That's what I mean. I don't know.
There's still some. Oh, okay. I was like, no, bro. There's still like scientists. That's what they do.
I don't know where his lab is. Anyway.
Did you know where Dexter's laboratory was, bro?
At his house.
Yeah, you did.
At his house.
Yeah, actually.
See?
But no one else did. Yeah,
facts. Wait, does like Neil deGrasse like have a real lab? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't be asking scientists about where their lab's at.
You was ready to be like he's got a lab and everything. You don't even know the man's got a lab.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn it. Bro.
Mitch out here ready to defend somebody's lab. This is an imaginary lab.
No. Don't do me like that. I'm just saying, how is knowing where his lab the first measure of establishing credibility, knowing where his lab is?
Because I was saying, like, you know, they're TV scientists, and you're like, well, no, they do like real science. I'm like, do it where? Like, and like, you're right. Like, they probably do real science, but like the way you came at me about it, I'm like, how do you know they do real science? You know?
I don't know where his lab is. Oh man, bro.
But no, what I'm trying to say about that, I don't even remember. No, what was I gonna say? Because I said that like I was going out of my lane about it. Ah, crap! I can't even remember. It's not that important. We should move on from this topic, anyways, because I mean, like, they help people on Facebook, I guess, learn about science and stuff if you didn't pay attention in, like, elementary school. Anyways.
Shade. Logan throwing science shade.
Yo, okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you weren't having fun, bro.
No. Why? Why can't we have fun on the podcast is literally named the Milk and Toast Podcast. Like,
no, I said I didn't know you weren't having fun, bro. I thought we were still having fun, man.
No, I didn't know I had
ruined your vibe, bro.
Whatever.
How is space travel not a fun topic to people?
I love my podcast persona. I'm like, whatever. It's just like sure, cool.
It was more about space travel. It's just Mars is the closer, more realistic, conceptual thing there. That's all. But it's really just about space travel. Is it the most? Well, I mean, if you believe we've achieved.
Okay, but like literally, they said they was gonna put people on Mars and like you can't come back.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that. Like you just thought you had options out here.
Once again, like I said, it was never just about Mars.
Where else are you gonna go?
I don't know. Wherever else there is. I want to be able to get my own ship and be out,
and
boy.
Mining you can do in space, and there's like actually a lot of options in space.
But they're not gonna let the people mine. They're gonna let robots do that.
Well, because you can always like apply to be a part of that. And they're going to need sanitation and shit on mining ships. They're going to need cooking stuff. Where people go, other people need to follow. That's what jobs are.
Mitch is going to be in the kitchen.
And what would be wrong with being in the kitchen? I'm sure y'all like good cooked meals.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what would be wrong with that. I'm not leaving a whole nother planet just to do the same bum-ass work that I'm doing here. Like
dying. What if the planet's going to turn into a massive ball of gas in like years? What if there is no planet to stay on?
If Mars blows up?
Is the point? No,
I'm talking about Earth again.
Facts.
Oh.
Which is the basic point. It's not just about
Mars. Not
going
to happen.
You don't know that, Logan.
I don't know. We should ask Neil deGrasse. Anyways, let's move on.
We just have Neil deGrasse
That's a good segue out of there.
That's
a good segue out of there, right?
So, anyway, you wanted to have this fight.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fun. We're gonna have a fun topic. Wait. Cause stop talking while I'm talking, media trained man.
I was talking first. I was talking first, and I was.
You weren't. I'm the host of the show. Shut up.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway.
I was first.
Anyways, Mitch believes. Again, we're starting with another Mitch topic because somebody didn't come with topics.
Not my fault.
Mitch believes. Speak up. The camera can't. The microphone can't hear your looks. I'm not gonna say who was giving me dirty looks. You guys are just gonna have to.
I am.
Okay. Anyways,
you tell him, Claire.
I was trying to give her cover, whatever. Mitch thinks that in the middle of the pandemic, it's really hard to hook up with people, and I think that's stupid.
That being said, it is not a problem for us. Also, you broke pandemic regulations so many times for sex, Logan. I remember being so shitty at you. We were smack bang in the middle of when everyone was supposed to be staying inside, not going to Washington, not hooking up with random bitches from work, and yet there you were out living your best life while I was like in a mask inside hiding from the world. So
he is living in Florida. It's not his fault.
Claire, my mother listens to the podcast. No, this is our first episode. I'm like, my mom already listens.
I'm done. This is early.
Well, she needs to know the truth.
She's never ever going to hear this podcast. What?
I wasn't thinking about it that way.
No, what did Claire say?
It's not my fault you lied to your mom.
Damn. Also true.
Doesn't everybody?
No, I never lied to my mom.
Well, is that 100% true?
She knew so much about me.
That's true.
She couldn't look Ben in the face one day without blushing.
That's gross. Yeah.
Wow.
That's too much. But you know what? Like that's how my girl. That's how my girlfriend is with her mom. So like I don't know what that's about. It's bad. I don't like it.
I'm not joking. I'm good.
I mean, I
try not to lie to my mom.
I'm gonna edit that part out.
Why? You'll lie to your moms.
Coward.
Yeah.
Coward.
Yeah, super scared. Anyways, why do you think it's hard to hook up in the middle of a pandemic?
Hard? I didn't say it was hard. I just meant.
Can you speak up into
quality.
Can you speak up louder?
I said for quality. I'm not out here just
Please
trying
come closer to the mic.
And also, like in my personal experience, it just ain't nothing really been moving. And mind you, I wasn't even trying to go out first months of the pandemic.
Mitch is out here just like slandering his own name. Like I love it.
Hey, listen, I ain't ashamed.
Mitch is like,
I ain't ashamed nor a coward. I'm not saying it wasn't possible or doable. I'm just like, for sake of quality, nah, it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. But I've been on a little.
What's going on? How do we help you? What's going on?
I don't need your fucking help.
Obviously.
But
why is it so hard for you to hook up in the middle of a pandemic?
Well, pandemic sex isn't romance. That's just something you hope turns into romance.
Getting off.
Wait,
getting off, and that's not hard.
Wait a minute. How is it not romance?
Because you're lonely.
Did you? Well. So okay. So
they made a whole book. They made books about this.
It depends. Maybe some people met during the pandemic, and a hookup turned into some love, and people actually cared about each other. But we're not mostly looking to just get off. At least for me right now, in terms of romance in 2021, which is what I wanted to talk about. Not Logan beats off 2021 or find someone to go get freaky with. Also, ain't you got a... Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point is,
how do you think I got a girl in the middle of a pandemic?
I know. I'm just and I respect that.
Yes, thank you.
I respect that. Don't get me wrong.
Proving my point.
It's just like,
which I had a problem with, which got cut out just because apparently Logan's mum isn't supposed to know.
Oh, right,
dirty secrets.
No, which makes him
even more of a fucking coward.
I'll keep
in this pandemic.
I'll keep it in.
Which makes him even more of a fucking coward. But no, see, I'm talking about romance in general. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about marriage. I'm talking about sex in one sense, but not just basic sex, you basic ass bitch. I'm talking about like actual.
Wait.
Trying to actually navigate. You heard what I said. You heard what I said.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you're firing all types of shots. I'm just not supposed to say anything. Who the hell is having basic sex? Don't listen. Don't ever come for me like that. Listen. Boy, don't you know I'll ruin everybody in your 3-block radius. I'll go to Brooklyn right now and make sure you can't date nobody. Listen, I will slut out. You think I am playing with you?
Hey,
you
Sarah,
gonna tell me
once again, deviating from the topic, which is about being a basic slutty
I'm so sorry.
But seriously, and you know what? One interesting thing is that's exactly the problem. Here we are. I said romance, and already we talk about sex. It's
because you're the one that brought it up.
Be romantic. Don't get me wrong. I love sex. I'm not saying that's the problem. I'm just saying it's like that's not all of what romance is. That's all of what love is. Why can't and why as a society have we drifted further away?
No, you just hit on something and it just very like went bing in my head. No,
it was already should have been there already. Wait, basic. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Give it to him.
No. Of course. You said something interesting. I want to touch on it because
which thing?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, no, because you said something interesting. You're like, why did it have to go there? Like, why can't we just talk about romance and stuff? Even though, like, it was your fault. But listen, you said, why did we have to go there? But like, you did bring in the
juxtaposition.
Thank you. You brought that in there when you're like, unlike Logan, who's having basic ass sex or whatever, right? Which cool, whatever. We'll glaze over that. I know, but what I wanted to talk about is that, like, why can't like sex be romantic? Like, why isn't romance included in sex? Why is it a either or type thing?
Logan, god damn it, Logan. I literally haven't been saying that the whole time. My thing was just to say, oh wow, we go straight to sex, and it's like that is that
why
it?
Is that
romance
not, why is that not romantic? Sex?
I'm just saying that's not the basic. Other than the fact that that's not how I personally feel, I also still think you're missing the point. It isn't me saying that's not romantic. It's just me saying, wow, and I'm not even saying that's what you were thinking.
But I'm just saying
if someone were to be like, oh, all I can see is really sex, I don't think there's really any romance involved.
No, what I'm saying is because you're begging the question in that way, why is that against one another? Why can't those two thoughts coexist?
Once again, I'm not saying they can't coexist.
Okay, well, what are you saying?
If you hear romance, if you hear romance,
right,
and somehow, and once again, I'm looking at you. I was teasing you mostly. I'm not saying that's how you think. I'm just saying if you hear romance, and immediately the only thing you can think of and the direct thing you straight up just go to is just sex, I'm not sure you're really thinking of romance. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying I don't think you're really thinking about romance. You're thinking about sex. Not that there's a problem with that. Lust is also still a part of romance. I'm just saying that shouldn't be the only thing turning in your head when you hear the word romance. And now it makes me beg the question, like, wow, because we're Americans. And right. I feel the globe in general now is so sexually charged. And it's like we go directly straight to sex, but we don't talk about intimacy, Logan. which is what you brought up earlier. Let's get intimate.
Okay, cool.
We don't really do that anymore. We don't even really try to understand.
No, I love this.
Romantic.
I love this.
Like, we don't even really try to understanding romantic notions. Like, actually, the typical trope that I don't want to cast women as damsels, but that knight in shining armor type deal, being nice to a woman for other noble reasons other than just wanting to fucking bed her. We don't really care about that shit anymore, and we need that in return from women as well. But in general, we're not really focused on that. We're like, yo, I want to fuck.
Okay, I want.
And trust me, I want to fuck, but I think there's more to it than just fucking. You know what I'm saying? Is that so wrong?
Hold on, I want Claire to chime in on this because right now, today, unfortunately, she's the only woman on this podcast right now.
Also, still your fault.
Paige.
Miss you, Paige. We love you, Paige.
Miss you, Paige.
Oh, I love this.
Oh, miss you, Paige.
This is so cute. Anyways, Claire, no, I want to get your take on this because you're our female perspective today. So,
Okay.
come on.
The pressure's on. No, I'm kidding. I get where Mitch is coming from, and I think it would be really difficult to find that sort of connection in 2021, specifically after the pandemic and after all this weird stuff where we were, not necessarily as social beings as we have been throughout history. And I think it's, for me personally, with just friends, it's really hard to reconnect with them even. So to connect with a whole new person, it feels almost impossible. I'm fortunate enough to have had Ben throughout this entire experience, and our relationship hasn't really suffered at all, to be quite honest. So I'm really lucky in that aspect. But I struggle when friends want to see me or to go out and see friends and go out and be social again, just because I don't know what to say. I'm just used to being in this like personal bubble. Yes, I have been in that bubble, but it's basically like being on your own, like one person. So I get where it's coming from, where it's like, how do you make a connection with someone in general without, having any like social graces to fall back on? You just, I don't know. I don't really do romance that much personally. Like, I'm not against romance, and I'm not against anyone who believes in romance. But mine and Ben's relationship isn't that romantic. It's very comfortable.
I don't know about that. I think you guys
loving. No, it's very like loving. Like, there's love there. But
what's the difference for you? What do you mean?
Which is still romantic.
Wait, hold on.
5 years.
Wait,
been together for 5 years.
No, I know, but like for you, what's the difference?
Yeah.
When you say that.
Well, I don't get like flowers and chocolate every day, and we don't go on dates and shit like that. Like, we don't.
We don't get flowers and chocolate every day in my relationship.
And romance
that's not an everyday thing.
You don't just like
get like flowers and
candy
candy
every
every
romantic gestures or like anything like that.
Well, wait.
It's a very
So
comfortable
here's one thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's one thing if I may say, it's like one thing you said. You was like, well, we've been in a relationship for 5 years. Don't get me wrong. I know that seems like boring and stuff, but that is still also a romantic notion. You are two people who are like choosing to be together, who didn't choose to just split apart when shit got hard for whatever reason, however you feel about each other. You did. Look at your face is exactly what I want. You're all, oh my God, this is disgusting because you have some things you can work
through. It's the way you're saying it. It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not
that's even better. That's even
It's
better.
the way you're saying it. Because I kind of agree with you. But
you
it's
kind of agree with me.
Yeah, it's like when you say like you're choosing to be together, it like sucks all the romance out of it for me. Because I'm just like, it's just like, my thing is with like romance and relationships in general.
It's not, but that's where he went with it. It's
me,
fine.
it is. It's gross.
Because it's the element of love. Because he's like, love keeps you together. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, that's
sorry.
For me.
Sorry,
exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go.
No. But that is my point. Like you say, sorry, but that's my point. Is that I think that love should keep somebody together. I don't think it's like you just like choose to be together.
That's also still romantic, but at this point now, that's also just semantics.
What's romantic about being in a relationship that like you have to actively like be like, well, I'm with this person now.
If it's like that, nothing. If it's like that, nothing.
I was with Gladys.
Like that, though.
I was with
wake
Gladys
up and
for
you
like
live your day
because it's not like
and
that.
And they're like
you.
your best friend. Like he's basically my best friend who I also fuck.
Oh my God, that's romantic. Jesus Christ, that's romantic.
I
It's
think
just
that's
facts,
romantic.
That's
Yeah, I
not
think that's
romantic to you?
No,
Why?
I do think that's
I don't
romantic.
That is
I think
wonderfully
what
romantic. To me. So
we're doing this incredibly funny thing.
But
where, like,
hold on.
every
Hold on,
time
Logan.
Claire says something just like super romantic, Mitch ruins it. Like,
Shut up. I have a serious because Claire had said something. Oh shit, I think I might have lost it.
No, go ahead. You got it.
No, I'm not playing. I think I might have seriously lost it.
Well, stop
was just
smoking before the
something-
pod. I don't know. Shit.
Let me see.
Please keep that in. That is the most relatable
No,
shit
facts,
I've
that
ever
shit
heard.
Oh fuck, it was gone. Damn, I think it's gone. It was something you had said that I was like, yeah, but it's gone. If it comes back, it comes back. If it comes back to me, it'll come back to me.
Okay.
Sorry, no, it'd be sorry. That'll happen sometimes. If I get too distracted and it's like, oh,
well, you
fuck.
know what? I'm sorry, Mitch. I gotta apologize to you because I know
Hey,
I gotta
hey,
apologize.
that's just
wait,
me.
Wait.
Don't you
I
blame
gotta
cannabis.
apologize. Don't do that, Claire. Because now I gotta apologize to Mitch and everybody else that's smoking weed everywhere, which is literally our audience probably.
Not
And
that
so
Mitch
like a
lives.
I'm here for y'all. I'm here for us. 420 soon, baby.
No, let me
420
not do
coming
that.
soon.
Let
I'm
me
here for
not do
us.
that because I literally forgot what I was saying like 20 minutes ago, and I'm not even high. Like,
No, yeah.
I'm
Bro.
just stupid. Like, it's just
I thought you were
like
joking.
that's it.
You have a lot going on.
Oh, but no. Oh, there it is. Oh, it came back. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, girl.
You were like, I find it hard in 2021, which was the damn point of the topic, Logan, not just your little
All
fucking
right.
basic ass. Because romance in
moving on,
2021.
sweetie.
Yeah.
Keep going. You
Oh,
just got
okay.
all
No, I was
like
like-
hostile
'cause no,
over
in
Logan for
2021,
a
that's
second.
all I mean.
You were like,
Here we are in 2021, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you think about we have different connotations of romance to ourselves. Nonetheless, in 2021, there's a part of us each that's all just like, ugh, that's not for 2021. And this isn't even about 2021. It's about the slow cycle of how the fuck are people getting like that? Why are we just sapping actual true connection and genuine emotion and feelings for shit for basic ass pandemic sex, Logan? And that's the real gist.
What do you mean?
That's
Like,
what
who
we
are
really want
these
to get
people?
to.
Like, what do you?
And I just mean in general.
Is that happening? I don't.
At least that's how I
you
feel.
literally said Logan's name.
I
Yeah,
know.
no, I know.
Thank
but that
you,
was
Claire.
Yeah,
Thank
listen,
you.
no. That was just for the show. That was just
You
for
were
the show.
literally
You
like
know what I'm saying?
Logan, but it's in general.
That was just for the show. But I mean, in general, that's kind of how it feels to me when you look at how
I
superficial
get
our
you.
society is. Like, we
I
don't
don't
care
know,
about
because,
each
like
other.
last year.
What does Christmas mean anymore? What does
Don't do that.
Valentine's
Don't do
Day
that.
mean?
We don't have
anymore?
time for
Okay,
that.
all right.
Don't
I
do
know.
that.
I'm not
Don't do
trying. I'm
that.
not trying to. But let's go Valentine's Day. What is Valentine's Day supposed to be about? Love really?
Oh, I
fucking
had
mean in our
a
society?
great Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Logan. I'm glad.
Like, my shit was lit. All right.
I'm glad
You
you
know
out
what
here.
I
We
did
went
for
to the
Valentine's
beach.
Day?
We went to the beach.
Our shit is lit. Oh man, my Valentine's Day was lit. Our shit is.
Do you know
we
what
went
I
to
did
the
for
beach.
No, we went to the beach. We went to like Daytona. We went to 2 different beaches, right? And then
No one cares about your romantic ass bullshit.
listen,
Logan.
don't be salty. Don't be
I'm
salty.
not salty. I genuinely don't care.
I care. I'm so happy.
I also care because
I'm so happy and loved in my relationship, and that's all I want to say.
I'm very
so
that's
happy for you, but I also
romantic.
don't care about the damn beach. I already got all the photos.
I know. I sent
Seen the
everybody all the
sunglasses.
photos to like my
heard
Oh, I didn't get no
Valentine's Day.
photos, man. Damn. I
Snaps
know we ain't
and stuff.
talking a while, but damn, man.
I saw the cute
was
video of
happy.
it running on the beach. I don't need no more.
Can I not be happy?
I love
I was
Sarah.
happy.
No.
Oh, you were happy and felt like you were in a meaningful relationship with someone? That sounds romantic. I'm happy for you.
Okay, listen. Let's not do that narrative. I feel like I'm in a meaningful relationship. I don't.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay, you
it wasn't.
feel?
No. Like
That
You're
was
feeling this
control.
emotion
Yeah.
and you seem to have some ideas. That
yes,
sounds
I
romantic.
still
as
have
well.
a good relationship, and I love
More
it.
power to you figuring that out. And
Baby, I love
navigating.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Shout
trying
out
to
to
keep
your
peace at
significant
home, and
others.
Mitch is over here. Like, I'm like, don't bring that over here. You do that with Claire's relationship. Don't ruin my
Hey,
romance.
hey, I ain't trying to do
Not ruin
nothing.
my
Listen, I just wanted to talk about it.
relationship.
I'm a single guy out here. I'm a bachelor. I'm just You know
I
what I'm saying?
know,
I'm just
and
wondering.
that's the fucked up part. Like,
Why
Mitch
is that
is the
the fucked
single
up? I just
person
wanted to
because you're
talk
the
about
single
it.
person, and like, how
I
do you
just
know what
wanted
you're
to
talking
talk
about
about
right
it.
now?
Just wanted to talk about it because I'm not talking about relationships. I'm just talking about romance, man, and how it feels. That's all. I'm not
Well,
trying
what
to.
do
I'm
you
not
do
trying to
romantically? What do you do romantically?
Well, that's what me personally I'm trying to figure out in terms of, because I go out on dates and stuff and I'm trying to treat women well. And it's like, I
What does that
really
mean
don't
for
want to
you?
be a fucking sleazebag.
What does that mean?
Paying, respecting them and not
You
just
know how
treating
not
them
to
as
be a
sexual
sleaze bag?
objects.
Don't be a sleaze bag.
Sleazebag! Which is what I'm doing, I think.
Like monitor if you're a sleaze bag. Like that's not it, bro. That's not
Yeah,
Probably
it.
not it.
I think she's saying that maybe you're a sleazebag.
I didn't hear
Okay,
that
let's
at
not
all.
put
But
words
I'll
in
continue
the
what I
mouth
was
of
saying.
babes.
Thank you, Logan. But no, I just
Don't thank
me
Logan. Fuck
me
Logan.
personally, when I'm first meeting someone, I want to be nice. You know what I'm saying? I want to really get to know you,
You
talk
are
to
nice.
you. If
But
I
I
get a
think
good night kiss, like that's beautiful, and I want that to be filled with passion, and then I want that to lead to more passion and us having an actual genuine care for each other.
Mitch is gonna get so much pussy after this.
Yo, Logan, I swear to God, that happens. I swear to God, Logan, I'll literally come visit you. You get a kiss on the cheek, bro. That's a kiss on the cheek. That's a kiss on the cheek for you, straight up. Coming to visit you, and straight up kiss on the cheek. Be like, the fuck? And be like, nah, all right, I'm out. I'll catch you on the podcast.
I got bitches birthday. Bye.
Just like,
I get back.
It's just like,
But the-
I just want real romance. Where's the ladies at that just want to settle down with someone? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, first
like,
off,
what do you? I just want to have a
on
night
the
in.
podcast
Like,
doing that, and I'm mad about it.
I just want to have a night
doing
in
that, and I'm
where
mad
like
about it.
we just sit down in my living room and eat ramen. You know what I mean? Watch a movie. You
Logan, I
know,
ain't shoot.
put on
I ain't
Maxwell in the background. Like,
Okay,
who
Maxwell in
wouldn't
the
like
background
this?
is smooth though. We not
Who
gonna
wouldn't
front.
Who wouldn't want to be with me?
But see, here's the thing. So romance also just doesn't mean relationships. So now, even if we try to be casual, even if we may not mean anything more to each other than just having a great sexual experience, let's get fucking sensual. I'm a fucking bachelor. We want to fuck. All right, let's have great sex though.
Wait,
let's
you didn't
respect each
do a
other.
one night? Okay, listen, I hate Mitch because you talk about like fantasy shit too much, and that's not real. Listen, because you just went. And then you do this shit where, like, I swear you're like a Gemini sometimes. Like, you do this thing where you double speak. No. Because, like, you were just talking about having, like, long-term relationships and, like,
no, I was not.
Settling down and stuff. Yeah, you were. And
I was not.
And then
so the record
he
knows.
flips and says, why can't we have, like, romantic one-night stands? And it's just like...
Not what I said.
Claire, back me up.
Not what I said. Not what I said.
Look at Claire.
Not what I said.
Logan, just do me a massive favor when you edit this together. Just send the clip of everything he just said to Mitch and be like, "You said it." Like,
I know. That's what I'm gonna do.
Because you said it.
Matter of fact,
and it's now being recorded.
Thank you.
So you
I know it's being recorded. I'm not ashamed. I'll hear it back and I'll know what I said.
I'm so gonna run it back, and I'm even gonna make a promo video of it just so you can see that that's exactly what you did, and it's exactly what you said. Okay.
So first off,
you see yourself on Facebook. That's what
I'm gonna hear what I said and understand that I was describing a way that I'm feeling, not in terms of exactly everything I personally
Isn't
want.
everything you're saying what you're feeling?
But not necessarily what I'm personally wanting. And romance is too broad.
What are we talking about?
Romance is too broad to be like, that's exactly what I want. Yo, romance
exactly,
is
Claire.
broad,
Thank you.
But I didn't catch what you said.
We just said, so what you're saying is for the last like 15 minutes, we were just sitting here listening to you just say nothing.
Yeah.
God, Jesus Christ, we made so much progress. God, fuck, we made so much progress just to get like to here. It's not about me. It's not all about. It's not all about me. It's not all about me. Let me say that. It's not all about
a little bit. No,
it's not about me. How I personally feel in my own life.
What's your ideal? Let's do it. What's your ideal date, Mitch?
Ideal. Oh, I thought you were gonna go deeper, but my ideal date.
How's that not deep? I hate him. Fuck you. You know what?
I hate you.
That's right. I didn't even do nothing. He's like,
So cute.
What does he have to like comment on how deep my comment is? And you know, Mitch only does that because he knows I'm deep. And so, like, I don't understand why that's necessary.
I don't do it because I know you're deep.
You do.
I do what I feel in the moment, damn it.
Obviously.
Okay, but so
what's your
ideal first date?
Yeah.
Wow, good question. So,
Page.
an ideal date for me, and I guess depending on the activity, but the main gist is that if we can get together, so if we're going out to eat, we're having a good dinner, we can get together, we can maintain good conversation, we could flirt in between, you know, we're reviving each other's energies out, respecting each other's space. I mean, shit, if I get a good night kiss at the end of the night for like a first date, that's all I really need for it
What
to
kind
be
of
like a
kiss?
good first date. You know, just a nice, like a sensual, like we're not like French kissing, but
Y'all
you know,
making out? You making out or you kissing?
Nah, not like make out, but you know, a long, like we're sitting here like.
I wish we were recording video.
You know, I know, right? Yeah, I do this. I would literally milk the shit out of this for you. I would literally milk the shit out of this. But you know, just a nice like, you know what I'm saying, like.
He's okay. Mitch is literally making out with his hand.
Yep,
like,
and I would have did that on
hands.
camera for y'all, but we ain't got the cameras rolling. But you know, like a nice goodnight kiss like that. But there was an actual like connection, and then you know we were at least able to talk, and if we were able to do something fun, because like I used dinner, but if like we went rock climbing, for instance, on like a first date or something, and then was chilling, working together, doing that, and then you know we got back, we had a nice goodnight kiss, and we wanted to meet again because we actually had a good connection. Great first date, man. We weren't superficial. Nobody's trying to like test each other and all that bullshit. We just had a good time. We just was in the moment, really getting to know each other.
Why do you?
And then you let me kiss you.
Like,
that'd be great.
Here's my question to you, because that's like the most basic ass date I've ever heard in my life. And like, why do you say that's so hard in 2021? Literally, you could just do that anywhere with anybody.
I'm just going off my personal experience with some of the dates I've been on. They've been nice and enjoyable, and you know, I've had that with some people. I'm not saying it's impossible, Logan, which is what I've been saying. Goddamn. I'm just talking about that general, like, kind of feel that, like, romance is sort of dead. So you're saying,
okay. I think I get what you're saying. So what you're saying is you ain't never connected with nobody.
Not to the degree of a relationship.
Have you never been in a relationship, Mitch?
Nope. Been on dates. Not a virgin. Been on dates. Still going on dates, but not like a serious one. No.
Mitch,
that's not. Yo, listen. It hasn't all been on purpose. There was a period, especially when I was a freshman in college.
Hold on. Wait, we got to slow down for a second, because Mitch, you're 28 years old, right?
I know, isn't that crazy?
And I feel like that's a lie. I feel like you've been in a relationship with at least one other person, and there's somebody out there who's been in this relationship. What does it mean
when you tell someone you've never been in a relationship? They look at you like you're lying, bro.
Yeah, because I feel like there's at least somebody out there who's been in a relationship with you, and they're gonna hear this show, because we're gonna be famous one day, and they're gonna hear this show, and you're like, and Logan, they're gonna be like a serious relationship. We were in a relationship, and they're gonna call you up, and I just want it not to be my fault, so I'm trying to give you another chance. That you trying to tell me right now? A serious relationship. Like I knew he was doing that. Oh, no, okay. wait. Do I have to say that? Wait. You saw what you have to? Okay, hold on. Right. Okay, what do you mean? I'm sorry. No, that's not the question. Why do you do that? I don't know. Listen, have you been in a relationship, you lying bitch?
Oh my god.
All right. So since you want to be technical, be more specific with that question.
A relationship, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Okay, have you ever dated for like one particular person monogamously for an extended period, like more than a week, more than 2 weeks?
Okay, yes.
You asshole.
Okay, yes.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to know.
That was like the longest thing I did. That's all I needed. Okay, yeah, you fucking sick.
Yeah, there's a girl out there that's gonna be like, I was literally in a relationship with that asshole.
Okay, yes, but it wasn't like an extended serious relationship. You know, it was something that happened in high school, which I appreciated, and I still very much appreciate her.
Yo, bro, that pussy ain't coming no more.
All right, damn, that might have gone away.
Like,
but it was never like that
taught yourself
anyway.
out of all of that.
It was never like that anyway. So it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, actually, I really liked her too. But it wasn't like a serious
Dang,
like
what are you talking?
committed thing.
You should be quiet. You shouldn't say anything else. Like,
What you
don't
mean?
even. Like, you should stop. Don't.
All right. Well, listen.
Because all you're saying is, I was in a relationship with this girl, but I didn't consider it a relationship when she probably definitely considered this a relationship.
We were in high school. We was like young little lovebirds in high school. I don't consider those little, puppy dog phases.
Why not?
Like serious. That's all.
Why not?
Well, they
People
matter.
get married.
They
out of
matter.
High school.
Well. They matter. I didn't say they didn't matter. It's just I wasn't considering that like a serious like measure of whether I'd been in a relationship.
Why not? That's a formative relationship. That's like a base relationship.
Yeah, no, I get that.
When you're young, you have relationships, and they build up to what you think a relationship should be later on in your life. Like when you're 28, and then you have like real relationships that you think about relationships in a mature way, and not like that you could have a romantic one night stand. Anyways, we're moving on.
I wish you were recording too, so people could just see my face at you.
I know,
but jeez, bro.
Bro,
do you still know how to
the earth?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm not scorched. I'm just looking at you, and I'm upset a little bit.
Oh my god. Are we gonna do another Mitch topic? Mitch brought some good topics today. Good for Mitch.
I know. I'm amazing.
For doing
You're welcome.
the work, putting the podcast on his back. I love it.
Because that's what I'm here to do.
That's right.
You put the call in, and I knew what time it was because that's who I am. You welcome. Actually, you always be welcome.
We're not gonna do another of your topics. Actually,
I wasn't trying to do my topics first in the first place.
I know. Whatever.
Just so we clear for the record. You know what I'm saying? No offense, Claire.
Sorry, that wasn't meant to be said.
We have some like heavy, because we got some things we got to get through. We have some like heavy topics. We got to talk about DMX. We have to talk about the Derek Chauvin trial. We have to talk about all these like horrible things that just been like happening throughout the world. And wow, I'm actually being really serious. This is crap. Ugh,
yes, Logan. That's what you have to do. Stop.
I know. No. Listen, no. All respect to the topics given, because these are like things where like, in one way or another, people have died, and
Fox.
I'm getting to the point where I am. I love how I said I'm getting to the point, because the honest truth is I'm so exhausted by everything that's been going on. I'm so exhausted by the George Floyd thing. I was exhausted about the George Floyd thing before they even killed George Floyd. And it's just at this point where I just watched that documentary on HBO, the Exterminate All the Brutes one. And for those of y'all who are listening to the show and don't know, Exterminate All the Brutes is this documentary that for some reason it feels like it's a little known documentary on HBO, even though it's like it just came out. To me, it feels like they're doing a lot of promo, but maybe I just watch too much TV. But it's like this documentary about colonization and how basically the West colonized the world. So like they go through the slave trade, they go through all these different historical events, and it's a good documentary, don't get me wrong. It's a good documentary about, I guess, about just the way our world was built, and it's got so much little known knowledge and facts in it about things that we're just never told. Like it showed how like Columbus, the island Columbus even landed on first was Haiti, which to me, I didn't know. But
I thought, okay.
No, it showed Haiti in the thing. Maybe I can't read.
No, but, I'm not.
No. Yeah. You guys gotta watch the documentary, because we might need more than one episode to actually talk about this thing, because it's a 4-part thing, and it's actually like, it's a really important documentary. And this is my problem with it, is it's so important for people to see. It's just so important for like people to actually watch and to actually hear this information in a way that they've never heard it before, and to hear the information. But for somebody like me, it's just like I'm hearing it again. You know, I'm not hearing, and when I say I'm hearing it again, I'm hearing information that is like, whether I've heard it before or I haven't, it's telling the same story. If you understand what I'm saying, Mitch, like it's telling the same story in the same vein of, here is white supremacy again, and this is what white supremacists are doing. This is what white supremacy is doing. This is how it's keeping us down. This is how. And I'm just getting bombarded over and over and over. And I just sometimes I get to this feeling like, I'm like, aren't you guys tired yet? You know what I mean? Like, how I don't know, Mitch, maybe you should say something while I collect myself a little bit.
I mean, it's been 500 years of white supremacy, basically.
Yeah, like that's how I feel.
No, you're not saying any. You're like, it's the same story. Yeah, I imagine it would be. It's literally been about 500 years in the fucking making.
You're right.
We just tired of this shit. It's not. This isn't a surprising topic to anyone. No, it's gonna be. Oh, we watched George Floyd. Okay, how many more was there before that? Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland. Let's see. Elijah McCain was, to me, one of the worst ones ever, just because you could tell he was really like a special needs child.
Right.
That should never, ever fucking happen. Right. And people really don't understand, but it's 500 years of white supremacy. Yeah, you damn straight fucking right. I'm fucking tired of this shit. And I ought to run up in your fucking house. But anyway, I digress, because I'm about peace. No violence, but I'm about peace.
Right.
You know what I mean? No violence, but I'm so about peace. And people don't understand in America. It's just annoying because you know what? At the black person.
You want to know why I stopped you, Mitch? Because you know how I am, Mitch. I don't give a damn. I'll burn all of this down. But
today, if we got to, bro.
But I know that you necessarily aren't like that, so I was like just trying to help you find yourself again. Because no, because it's not saying anything bad about you or anything. Because you are the peaceful one. Like, you are the peaceful one. So like, if you're angry, I want you to dial it back, because I know you might say something that you don't really mean. Because don't get it twisted. Like, Mitch will put up hands when he needs to. I'm not gonna say he won't, but what I'm gonna say is that, like, he's not going to be the one to advocate for burning something down. Whereas I might be that guy.
He might.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And I ain't snitching. It ain't
allegedly. I'm not going to snitch on myself like that. But what I wanted to say about that is, like, we've got to the point where even the families of, like, Tamir Rice, like you said, or like the families of just like, I think it was John Crawford III, and I hate that there's so many names, but it's like, even the families of some of these people who've been killed by cops and there's just no justice about it, at the end of the day, have, like, they're tired of it. Like, they're tired of hearing somebody say their name as an example, their loved one's name over and over again as an example. They're tired of hearing these names be used almost as a political representation of something over and over and over, for people who a lot of the time do have an agenda, even if they're speaking the right words and at the right time, they're using people's names like as if these people aren't real names. They just kind of become the hashtag. They become like the words that we're speaking again. I mean, that goes back to what I was trying to say, is that, like, I get so exhausted sometimes, I think. And there used to be a time where I was posting all the time about these things happening. I was posting about every little event that was going on. I was the person that was debating every person that wanted to debate about everything. And I stopped doing that because I got exhausted by it. But before I even got exhausted by it, I just stopped, because how many times can you justify your own humanity? You know what I mean? Like, and how many times
are you doing that in the first place?
But that's what we're doing regardless when we're arguing with people in the first place. That's what we're doing when we have to argue with Republicans about why, or just conservative type people in general, about why somebody didn't deserve to get shot. We're always trying to justify why we should, like, basically just be living. And there's space for that. There's people that need to do that work. I understand. I'm not one of them anymore. I just can't do that. Maybe somebody can speak to that or whatever, but I just
No,
can't
I
be
feel
in
you.
that. I can't be in those type of circles. I can't be in that circle where, and you guys know, it's funny. Like, we get to the point sometimes where people are like, oh, well, you can't like block everybody because they're a Trump supporter. You can't. I'm just like, dude, I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
And actually,
Yeah.
I can.
And I
It's my
can.
freedom
Yeah.
I
of
can.
will.
It's like,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry you didn't like it. Oops.
You need to
It's
protect
my freedom of
yourself,
will.
I think, is the
Facts.
most important thing. I
Exactly.
think in this instance, you have every right to be selfish. You have every right to block out what you need to block out and do what you need to do, you know? It's
right.
about survival.
Right. No, I respect that. On the basic, you can't be drawn from an empty cup. You know what I mean? And if you're not sitting here
Exactly.
protecting your energy, you ain't gonna be able to navigate this world, man. And if whatever you have to do helps you find that focus, helps you find that center to be right in the world. Sorry, everybody else. Oh wait, that was kind
Go
of racist.
fuck yourself.
Sorry, it was a Family Guy. It was a Family Guy reference, but it was kind of. But no, straight up, like, no offense, but this is what I needed to try and attempt to be the best me that I could. If you're
Right.
hurt by that, to be honest, I mean this respectfully, not disrespectfully, but respectfully. Fuck you. That's
Your
really fucking
business.
selfish. Like, this isn't about, like, it's not personal. It's just what I was feeling I needed to do to get to a space that I really wanted to be with. Like, I understand maybe you feel some type of way, but, like, I ain't trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to do what I can that's best for me.
I think I'm not trying to hurt nobody, especially when I get rid of some of those types. But it is personal to me because these are people that wanted to be your friend or say that to your friend. And then you're openly supporting something that would get me killed. You know what I mean? Like, you openly support something that would literally get me harmed. But then at the same time, if I tell you that, you want to tell me it's just politics for you. You know what I mean? So how am I supposed to sit there and call you my friend? Like, who's the sucker at the end of the day if I keep doing that? You know what I mean? Because that's where I get, like, that's where I got to the point where it's like, now I'm at the point where I'm the person that's at fault because you already told me who you are. You already told me what you were going to do. You already told me who you stand with and all this and that. You've already told me that story. So it's like, why am I still here? You know what I mean? And I guess I wanted to have this conversation or at least have that little rant to myself because I know that I have a very peaceful Facebook feed. It's almost zen-like. Like, there's nothing on it. like it's so peaceful. But I know that's not the reality for a lot of people. I know that's not a reality for a lot of people because they still have they have certain people that they still have on Facebook, whether it's family, friends, or whatever. And I don't want to advocate and tell anybody what to do out there and tell anybody that, hey, you should really get rid of your Blue Lives Matter or whatever type friends. You should, but I don't want to be responsible for that decision in your life because that's a very personal decision for you and yourself. But I do kind of always want to have people ask themselves, why do you have that person there? If you know this person has this kind of view, and we don't really have anybody to represent this type of person to like say why and say why you would keep somebody like that around. But I always wonder if somebody like that knows what they're doing. Like, if they know what they're doing, if they're just trying to figure their way out or they're just trying to go through the motions with it. And so that's why I kind of wanted to say something, because I wanted to highlight that, one, I'm exhausted, and I'm exhausted. Yeah, because it's an exhausting thing to always have to
did you miss the 500 years? It's exhausting.
I'm going through we have to question whether or not Derek Chauvin will even face like the consequences of his actions. You know what I mean? He's on trial, which is a lot further than we get with a lot of cops, but we still have that question. we still have that question. And I know there's a lot of people out there with a lot of Facebook feeds right now and a lot of family or Twitter feeds right now where they're arguing with people or they're just trying to get somebody to recognize my humanity. And I hate being that guy, but I do want to say, like, thank you for doing that, I guess. I'm so bad at this. No, you know what I mean? I wanted to say, like, you know, like, because there are people that they believe in, like, the cause. They believe that Black Lives Matter. They believe that, like, people should, and I don't mean like white people. I mean like just people in general. Like they stand for what is right here in this case, and they do the work of like going to marches, and they do the real work of putting their boots on the ground and like organizing. And they do this, or even if you're just somebody who just like argues with your racist little uncle, I just want you to like maybe consider thinking about what is the value in always having to have that uncle hang around on your social media page. Like, what are you doing to yourself? Like, what are you putting in your own mind? You know what I mean? Because you have to argue with this person in the first place, and to argue means that you would have to entertain the idea that maybe my humanity isn't valid. You know what I mean? I just want to pause on that for a second. Like, you have to entertain the idea that when you're going back and forth with somebody like that, like, maybe he's right. Like, if you have to have that debate, right? Like, the debate itself makes it so that one of us is going to be right. And so if you're debating somebody's actual humanity, if you're in the area where you have to debate somebody's actual humanity, and guys, feel free to push back on me if I'm going too far about this. But if you're at the part, thanks, Mitch. If you're at the part where you have to debate about somebody's actual humanity, isn't it like likely that you might lose that debate? And does that really mean if you lose that debate that therefore that person's humanity isn't valid anymore? Like, to me, that's a false choice.
Stakes.
That's a false stake to even have. Like, my humanity is not invalid no matter what you guys argue about on Facebook. So it's like, what are you trying to prove? You know what I mean? Because if you lose a conversation to your racist uncle about whether or not I deserve to not die, and no, you make that face like, why would you do that, Mitch? But like, people lose arguments against racists all the time.
No, that's not why I made the face.
Okay. Anyways,
I made the face because it's still an argument on social media. It shouldn't have that much weight.
No, people do have those. No. I mean, and when I say social media, I just mean I'm using social media as a proxy for the argument period, right?
Okay.
If you lose that argument with like your racist uncle or like some racist friend you have about whether or not I deserve to get shot by the cops because I didn't like respond quick enough or whatever, so that means I just had to go. So like, what does that mean? Does that mean that I actually deserve to go because, like, I don't know, you got too emotional in the argument, or you lost the argument because you didn't find the right words, or maybe they went to Ivy League school and you didn't, so you didn't have the right academic like brain power to like even argue the situation? Does that really mean that I'm not valid anymore? Like, what part of the argument really invalidates my humanity? And so then we get to this point where, like, even like I'm thinking about the trial as I say that, you know, is George Floyd no longer valid if like Derek Chauvin doesn't go to jail? Like, are all the racists right all of a sudden if Derek Chauvin doesn't go to jail? Was that the case with Trayvon Martin when like George Martin didn't go to jail? Is like, am I cooking right now, or like what did I say?
George Martin, and I was like, who is that?
Yeah, George Zimmerman, whatever.
We need people to know who he is.
So yeah, George Zimmerman, kick his ass. If you see him on the street, on site, kick his ass, allegedly. Anyway.
Allegedly.
Yeah, whatever. Snitch. Yeah, I'm not snitching on myself. Listen, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go that far because I don't have bail money. So
which is the reason. Anyway. So we clear.
But like I was saying, like, I just want everybody to think about what they're doing when they're doing it. I want you guys to think about like what it is we're actually trying to accomplish if you're even that person that is arguing with anybody at this point in time. Like, that's why I gave up arguing with these people. That's why I gave up, like, just, and it's not that you can't support the cause. There's cause. How do you support? Like, I can hear people already being like, well, Logan, how do I support the cause? You can support the cause without having to, like, argue with racists all day. You can support the cause without having to talk to racist people, like, all day and, like, give credence to the thought that maybe they're right. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You guys stop.
No,
I
mean,
I'm gonna
that's
go on
not
all
the
day.
cause anyway, man. We don't care about fucking racists in the first place. The point of the argument is just because those of us who actually care about ending this evil in the world are good people. We're only talking to you because we're trying to make you actually not be a piece of shit fucking dirtbag. So the human race can actually live in fucking harmony.
You can't try to make somebody not be a piece of shit because that's not up to you.
No, I realize that is in fact the truth. But I'm just saying, like, that's the only reason, because that's not the cause. That's the only reason those arguments even happen. And and I'd imagine it'd be with people on the way to deal with the shit for the cause come upon, like, oh, you're at a march trying to get, your fucking assemblyman to listen to some shit. Oh, here comes the fucking Blue Lives Matter dudes ready to start shit and stuff. And all of a sudden, you're not a piece of shit. So you're trying to be like, hey, listen, will you understand? Someone else might be. You know what I mean? But that isn't the cause. The cause is trying to actually move in ways and organize to, eventually end all of these fucking problems.
Like, it's just a lot.
George Floyd.
That's all I was trying to say. And rest in peace to DMX.
Of course. No, always, bro. That's a legend, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He'll always be like, it's just sad the way he passed. I was listening to, what is it? Hell is hot, bro. I forget because I always forget the album because it was somewhere some of the first music I heard in terms of hip hop. It's dark and hell is hot, right? And I'm just like, oh my god. I was like, damn, bro. I'm for real, bro. He passed, bro, and I was like, nah, because that was some of the, like, Rough Riders Anthem is like basically one of the first hip hop tracks like I heard growing up. I didn't know where it was from. I didn't know what album it was on. I didn't really know who DMX was. But I was like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, yo, I'm a kid. And then it's just like you realize you don't appreciate legends while they're here. So I'm listening to this music. And I'm like, damn, I could be bumping this now. What kept me from doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's always going to be a legend. Rest in peace to him. Blessings to the family. I know they must be going through a lot. The hip hop community is hurting. But, he's going to live on through us forever, as it always has been. But anyway, it's like there's an entire shift. I went from being a child, and you know how children are.
Right.
It's like, yeah, there's wonder in the world and everything. And slowly but surely, and though I have no personal malice against individual police officers, of course, the institution I'd be willing to burn to the ground, but nothing against individual police officers. But nonetheless, the shift was literally like, oh, the world's still filled with wonder. All right, but still got to be careful. Oh, the world still would wonder. Oh, man, I got to really kind of start, taking care and being safe. Don't do too many things. People might shoot you for just trying to have a good day. And then it's completely shifted to, wow, okay, so I may be under attack by my own fucking state, technically, because they won't do anything about the problem. So I'm literally now under attack by my own fucking country, is where the shift's gone. From being a child looking at the world with wonder, as every fucking child deserves, to having to grow up and literally be thinking like, the rate that I could die in the middle of a street is technically higher than a lot of the people around me who don't look like me, which blows my fucking mind. That's not me exaggerating.
Why does that blow your mind? And because we can use this to like segue into your other topic.
Which one? Oh, the human.
Yeah.
You still want to have that after all this? I don't even know if we have the time.
Because I think it's important.
No, it's important, but okay.
And
but
we don't have to say the topics out loud. By the way, Mitch, we could just go into them. We could just.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm sorry. Whatever. But you say like it's not like it surprises me. It blows my mind because it's like, wow, people literally look at me and be like, oh, you're crazy, you're exaggerating, and it's like, no. If you look at the numbers, just technically, I walk outside that day. There's the potential I could die at random that's higher than the people living right next to me. One of my roommates, he's a great dude, but he's a white dude. The chance of me going out in the street is technically higher. I mean, the chance of me going out on the street and dying is technically higher than his. Not because of him. He didn't do shit. But there's a serious problem that no one seems to give a fuck about. And now it's kind of low-key attacking my sanity. Why the fuck should I be walking outside in a country, home of the brave, liberty, pursuit of happiness and all that, and have even a 1% thought in the back of my head, like, yo, is...
Because they ain't write those words for you, Mitch. They didn't write those words for you.
They didn't write those words for your
black ass. Shut up.
You so right. You so right. But it doesn't matter because they wrote the words regardless.
They wrote the words. But they knew who they was talking about. They were like,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that
because they wrote the words while they literally had people in
how they literally had slaves working, and then had to free those slaves who then said, "Yo, we want more. We want everything you owe us. Be happy we don't rage against the damn country. Take it all back. Be happy we don't go talk to the natives and be like, yo, you want to do something about this?"
They can't see that's what that documentary was about, though, because we can't talk to the natives because they killed them all.
You talk about being exhausted.
You know
it's like nothing surprising. I already know, bro. It's maddening because it's like literally, what do you expect from people at this point? And it's like, I love the phrase. It's like, white people should be happy. Black people, just want to, just kind of want like reparations. I just want to get even. No, or not even. I forget the phrase. It's like black people just want justice or something like that. Because if we was trying to get even. Do you want to talk about getting even for this history?
Yes.
Do you want to talk about getting even? Because we could talk about it.
It's so funny you just brought up reparations. Because I was just thinking the other night, right? What reparations I would construct.
Would actually look like?
And listen, it's so like, y'all would never give me this.
We couldn't because we care about people, even white people. Because we love all the people, man. That's
no, Mitch would not even agree with this.
Probably not.
Probably not. No, well, listen, my idea of reparations would be like, you give me a house, at least a 3 to 4 bedroom house, 2 bath, right?
I'm listening.
And just let me chill for at least 3 generations. I don't go to work. I don't pay taxes. For about 3 generations.
That's a lot more peaceful than I thought it was.
That's all. I thought you was going for bloodshed and mayhem. You just want a free house and to be left alone.
That's right.
Yeah. That's
free. I want free room and board for the next 3 to 4 generations of my family line in a house. That's it.
Okay, that is a lot for the time, but still, that's not even that bad.
But is that not the same thing they gave? They had. They had free labor for like 5 generations.
Facts, exactly. Which is, I just meant in terms of it actually happening. I'm not mad about it at all. It makes sense to me.
I didn't even like put Jim Crow into it. Like,
oh God, just no, we need that time. You basically just said we just need that time back.
That's right. Give me the
we just need that time back. That's it. We good. Give us the time back. It is good. It's good.
And Uncle Sam's like,
yo, what? Time is money, Chief. Like, what do you mean?
I didn't think that was going to sound so reasonable.
Bro, are you serious? I literally am thinking like, all right, so you want to like burn.
It's only us that thinks it's reasonable.
It's just us. It came from you, who was literally like, not even 20 minutes ago, like, I want to burn this entire like world to the ground. I want everybody in chains. Like, you were like going super intense. And then all of a sudden you were like, I know this sounds a lot, but I just want a reasonable, fair, totally understandable.
Yo, you're right. It was then just like, yo, fuck them all, chains, and then just like, yo, I just want to be in a house and left alone if that's okay.
I just want to be safe. I just want respect. I know it sounds unreasonable.
Yo, Claire, yo, that's bomb, yo. Yes, that's so funny.
Mitch, you were gonna tell us about how everybody's a part of the human race, and
oh yeah, no, I know that gets you upset. The only reason it upsets you because you're just like, that means I have to be similar and the same as white people, and it's like, no, that's not what it means.
No, it's not because don't do that.
Okay, all right, sorry, that was my assumption. Which I was like, that's
I gotta be the same as white people. I am the same.
You sure? If you want to say it, just say it.
No, it's not. It's just I hate when people say that. You know?
No, because it's like the whole people immediately are like, oh, it's the whole I don't see race thing, I don't see color thing, but it's not. Okay. I said race versus variant for a reason.
What are you talking about?
So look at our genetics. If you want to talk to science, look at our genetics. There's only about a 1 percentile difference between each of us as individuals and shit like that. The rest comes down to all the skin differences between us and Paige, for instance, is a part of a 1 percentile difference that don't actually mean shit. Now,
Why you
we're
say
all the
us and
same
Paige
race.
when Claire's right there?
I'm sorry, Claire. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Oh,
but
damn.
no, I did that. I did that before with Paige.
Mind
Mind you, I haven't called Claire Paige once all night, but it just accidentally happened, and I apologize, Claire.
I haven't either. You don't get a cookie for that.
I'm not saying I deserve one. I'm just I just think it was funny is all. But anyway, like I'm saying,
I haven't called her the wrong name all night.
Oh, you're right. Wow. Thank you for calling me out on pretentious sounding bullshit. But so we're not a different fucking species. No. Tigers have different fucking colors. Dogs have different fucking breeds. Those are different variants of the same fucking species.
Okay.
There's nothing different about us except this 1 percentile difference between even me and you, Logan, who are the same color.
But like, what's your point about the whole thing?
My point is, it's just like we have. I mean, let's look at a Scantron list when you're taking a test. What do you identify as? White, black, Asian, or whatever? And that's just some old school classification bullshit that should have never really existed in the first place, especially when we're all about talking about people's real identities and things of that nature now.
So I could go into why I don't feel like anything about that. So tell me why I should care. Like, what is the? I don't mean that rudely. I know how that sounds, people.
No, I get it.
Tell me, like, what do you mean? Like, when you say that we have to fill those bubbles in, like, what's the bad thing about that?
No, well, it's not filling in the bubbles on a test. It's just the fact where that comes from in terms of classifying us, basically almost for the purposes of dividing us and pitting us against each other. Now, even more so, we don't look at each other and go, hey, let me help that person next to me who might be having a bad day. Let me get to know who they are based on, their actions and the character they present to me. We're now almost ingrained in us, built to go, oh, wait, there's that Asian person. That means something particular about them. There's that white person. That means something particular about them. There's the Hispanic person here. That means something particular about them. Not that being able to understand the specific differences between us is a problem, but why would you want to do that? You should be meeting someone and discovering who they are for yourself. And we just have a history of that. That's also steeped in racism, the fact we have those classifications in the first place. And we can't unite if we always think like that. It's extremely divisive. People go in and it's basic tribalism, and that's been a fucking problem. It's why we always come in to wars and shit.
This is why I said we're gonna fight. I want to push you on that a little bit because.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on it, Claire?
Yeah, Claire.
No. I don't think.
Claire's like, I am staying out of this black ass business.
Well, this isn't black ass business. This is straight up human business. This is all of us.
No.
I
Okay, so
that, but even
go ahead, Claire. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
It's just something that I struggled to touch on, just because of who
Claire,
I am.
Claire, you got to
person,
speak
not
into the
just as
mic.
a white person,
Claire, you are so far away from that microphone,
Oh, for fuck's
and
sake.
we gotta hear you. Man. We just gotta hear you.
What did you say? What did you hear?
Nothing.
No, yeah.
Hey!
Yeah,
There's
start from the beginning,
that.
All right, that's fine. Everything's fine. Great. I'm doing this angry now. Good luck. Anyway, I was just going to say, I get that it's not necessarily black business, but human business, as you said. But even that being said, I just struggle because I don't know how me as a person can articulate how I genuinely feel, because I'm a very, harsh, outgoing, loud person who's also very introverted at the same time and private.
Me too.
Like, that's just who I am. So I just don't know how to articulate how I feel on the matter. And it's not anything negative. Honestly, it's quite neutral, because obviously I see where everyone comes from, and I don't want anyone to feel like I don't see them for who they are.
But that's what I wanted to push Mitch about a little bit, is because that people do come from different places. And
Logan, you're actually a little bit. You gotta get back to your mic a little bit.
Am I not around my microphone?
Yeah, you're the quiet now.
It wasn't as much as Claire.
No, this
but
is
it
my
was
microphone
little...
right here. You guys just
I know, but it's funny. You literally dipped out over here, and it wasn't bad, but it was too much.
Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
No, what I would God.
No, take your time. Take your time. Well,
I think
Claire brought up what I was trying to push Mitch about is that what do we do with differences? Are there no differences, Mitch? What are you talking about?
I did. Look, I didn't say that.
I know.
Once.
I'm doing a very inarticulate way of like asking you this question. Yeah.
I get your question. Thank God in one sense, because your basic thing is like, what's the problem with that?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to say.
Because what I mean is like I like being black, so it's like
there's nothing wrong with being black if that's how you choose to call how you feel about how you look. You know what I mean?
Am black.
There's nothing wrong with black. There's nothing wrong with African American. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the features we've used to describe ourselves. But your ancient ancestors wouldn't have called you black. Your ancestors, if they knew where they were from, would have been like, you're Nigerian or you're from Kemet, which is the actual name for Egypt, as should be the case. Now we're on some bullshit where all of a sudden we've taken what is this human experience and existence and decided it's comparable to fucking crayons. And to me, it's inexcusable. Sorry.
But there's a reason. Okay, there is a reason for that. And
I understand.
You kind of touched on the reason for that because you're right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Okay, so once again, stop fucking doing that shit. You don't got to tell me I'm right. That shit trips me out with you. Just be like, all right, Mitch. You know, maybe there's a point to that. That'd be cool. Nah, I'm fucking around.
I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't know what to say.
I literally asked you, Claire, if you could tell the difference between I'm joking and serious.
That's what I was, it's so funny.
This is so serious.
I'm an actor. I'm real like that.
I'm not sweating, Mitch. In like an actual yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
Jesus Christ.
Mitch is like
but that's why I checked in with you, Claire, because I'm like that, and that's
Mitch is like the friendliest person ever. Like it's like
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
I learned to express myself really well.
I've never felt.
Oh, God.
No offense, Mitch, but I've never felt like threatened.
Oh, my heart is beating.
That's because I don't want you to feel threatened by me. I don't want people to feel threatened by me. All right. America's been thinking we threatening enough, Logan. Okay.
No.
Sorry.
They should.
Sorry.
They should think I'm going to tear this down.
That's fair, though. That's fair. But even then, still, nah. I'm chilling. I don't need that in my
got
life.
sadism, Lurgy.
But no. But carry on, Logan. Before we get way off track, carry on.
I love being threatening. I'm gonna let everybody know that right now.
You're not threatening, Logan.
If somebody said that I was threatening, I'd be like, I probably was. Like,
Yo, stupid, bro.
I love being scary. You leave me alone. I don't love anything more than somebody just leaving me the hell alone. Like, just so if you want to call me scary, good. Leave me alone.
Hope you have a good day.
Hope you have
nice
I
don't care.
Day. If somebody was to tell me that I was scary, I'm gonna be like, why are you still here? Ain't you scared? Like, get out. Maybe I gotta be spooky. I gotta be like, get out. Yeah, exactly. No, what I was saying is, yeah, I love being black. So, like, I guess for me, it's like, I don't see the problem. Like, I see the problem where the problems come in. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, you filling in a bubble and then like somebody has to like put you in a category. I also think that there's a time when the categories are useful, so I would not want to get rid of them. So there are times that like you wouldn't get certain services that you might need on like a systemic level if people didn't say that you were black. I could see like how that would not work in our favor.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's how it works. That's literally how it ended up.
No, it works. No, it's a double-edged sword because, like, in one way, it works because of that, but it also works against that because of that as well. Because, like, if like the census that happened last year, for example, like the Trump administration was working hard to make sure that I don't want to say illegal immigrants, but immigrants, period. Or black people, period, weren't going to be counted in the census. And the reason why they didn't want you to be counted in the census is because then you can't get certain services allocated to your block, to your state, to your region, to wherever, because people are like, well, you don't actually live here, so why would we allocate resources there?
Logan, may I
You know what I
interject
mean?
on that? May I
Yeah,
interject
go
on that
ahead.
real quick?
Mhm.
So you bring that up, and that is all true. And one of the reasons they're able to do that is because they specifically classified certain people as a certain thing with simple markers to be like, all right, we can put them here. We'll know they're there. If they mark this in the box, we'll know that that's what's going on in that area. And boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, we're technically helping it work. You feel what I mean?
No, that's not like but that's not how that works. I understand what you're saying, but that's just not how that works. Like, yes, they would know where you are, but if they don't know where you are, they make the case that you don't need
No, but
A, B,
it's
and
not
C
it's not
resource
about
because you don't exist.
but it's not about like accounting. It's not about like counting you in terms of knowing that you're there. It's just about if I do know that if you're there, what do you look like so I can discriminate against you? Which is
No, that
what
works that way.
classification
That
which
works that
is
way
what that
too.
allowed.
That works that way too.
That's what I meant to say though.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
know
mean?
what you. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know, I get that, and that does work that way too. People can use that data against you, but by the same token, they can't. It's better they be able to use that data against you than not have that data there where they can just say that you just don't fucking exist at all. Like they could just, you know what I'm saying?
But that, yeah,
So
I
that's what
get.
I
I know
mean.
that's where you're trying to take it.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm saying is that, like, on one hand, yes, I understand that somebody would use that information, but in the right hands, that information exists for the right hands. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
here's the thing. Or I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so
No, you
I
can finish.
understand. So I understand that I'm not. What I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to rely on just like some random, do-gooder. But most people in their positions of just working their day-to-day job, and if this is your job, most people aren't trying to. I might be being naive, but I believe most people aren't actively trying to discriminate or make sure you're not getting the resources that you need, right?
Okay.
So, but on the other side of that is that you want to be able where somebody can say like, hey, you're discriminating against this person because this person exists. You're discriminating against this person because this person lives in this area. They live in this area. We know that they live here. And why aren't you getting these resources to them? You know what I mean? So I get the idea that you don't want to be counted because you don't want it to be highlighted that, hey, I'm black and I live here, and then somebody
No,
tries to make
that's
that a
not the main
reason
point. But
why.
I'm just listening to what you're explaining.
Well,
But that
then,
isn't the main point.
no, definitely correct me because I don't want to
No,
be
no,
able
no,
to
no,
get what
no.
I'm saying right.
It's what you're saying. It's not even it wouldn't even be to say I disagree. It's just
Right.
that isn't the main issue I truly have with it.
Right.
For me, it's just more of so we wouldn't got political on it in one sense, and those are really real things you're speaking on. But the basic thing of why that's even able to happen is because we ascribe to this system in the first place. So the good things you describe happening on, let's say, on the part of, yeah, let's support classification. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but let's put it to be like, yeah, I support classification in one sense. And the things that you're saying, like, yeah, it helps people get certain things. Well, it's like, okay, we're just talking about basic human needs. It shouldn't have been, oh, we had to mark, that black people needed certain these and these predominantly whatever areas. Those are basic human needs.
Well, no, it's
Our
not.
system should support for us.
What I'm saying is that like black people need certain things, and so
No,
therefore,
I'm not saying that's what you're saying.
Okay,
I'm not saying
all
that's
right.
what you're saying. So we're clear. I'm sorry.
All right, cool.
I'm just saying, like, if it's on that table, we're talking about, yo, you need certain things for this. It's like, but those are basic human needs that you need. I'm just saying, like, on the other side of it, where it's like the system of control, because everything that you're saying in terms of like, hey, there's the benefit here. It's like, there's the benefit here because that's the basic human thing. You take care of your own. You fucking take care of your own, man. It takes a fucking village. That's how it should be, yes, which is what I'm speaking to.
Yeah.
What we end up getting to is now just like, oh, all right, you remember war on drugs. Well,
Yeah.
we know we had to mark them as black and Latino Hispanic because we got to keep them away from white folk. And all of a sudden, we have a very easy way to just be like, hey, they're all there. Now, the other thing, let me speak to in the sense of why that works, because it's also the effect on white people. So we talked about white supremacy today. Why does that exist, Logan? if not because of a system of
You
classification
don't
that
want me to say
decided.
white. You just move on from me. You don't want me to say
Okay,
why
you're
white
right. So
supremacy
anyway, other than a
exists.
system of classification where one group of people thought they were different for some reason, different enough
Okay,
to consider
yeah.
themselves superior,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden created this system.
Right.
And that's a part of this, unfortunately, classification as we know it and have it today, especially in America, stems from and comes directly from white supremacy. So why would I want that? I'm tired of, don't get me wrong,
Okay.
I don't care about identifying as black. That's awesome. But I know who I am without, I know the color of my skin regardless. I'd rather know where I truly come from in terms of the culture. But either regardless, there's a reason we have the term black. There's a reason black people have been like, hey, there wasn't much we knew, but we had each other here. We needed something to call each other because we're standing in solidarity. Oh, I'm black, you black, we all black brothers. But how does black look? Black doesn't even just look like me and you, who, let's see, I'm a little bit darker than you. We have, certain textured hair. Black also looks accessibly.
that's my little light that
you look cute. You look cute. I ain't gonna lie, you look cute. Claire, you look cute too. Claire did a little. You look cute. But then we have black people that get almost as light as Claire sometimes. Almost.
Yes, that's
with
true.
Scare
Yes,
just
that's
straight.
true. Yes.
But we call it, and then we have team light skin versus dark skin, right? Which is colorism, which is another little fold that we don't got the time for.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that all just stems from this white supremacist classification system of white people being like, oh, you're black. No, you don't get to tell me who I am. I know who I am. I'm a human being. Respect me regardless. We could talk about what's really inside of me, my variant. You know what I mean? That's where I'm getting to in terms of variant. Because I just feel like that could be a way better system. It's whittled us down to such.
So what
to
are you
this
saying?
basis
Like
where
you
we-
want to go back to like trying to figure out where people actually came from, like nationality wise?
In terms of long term, sure, but bro, realistically, I don't actually give a fuck. I just want people to
realistically,
once again,
we can't do it.
Realistically,
that's the other problem.
unless no, don't say that, because some people can trace some people have records. We as Black Americans don't know what that's like because fucking colonialism.
That's what I'm saying.
But some people have records.
Saying we can't.
But no, you don't. We don't even need that. The reason it's like because what it stands for in itself is basically going out and looking at someone and already having preconceived notions. When we're supposed to be out here going, oh yeah, what's up? I'm a base how I treat you based on how you treat me. I should be able to respect my fellow man or woman because we say mankind and we say man, but it's really never mind. That's a different discussion.
I think that's a little
optimistic, idealistic. Yes, I know.
Yeah. Because how?
What the fuck would I work towards anyway? I don't know.
I know, but I'm saying how.
No. I get you, but it's not hard. All you have to literally do is just wake up one day, look outside, remember that people aren't
because
crayons.
now we kind of get into this thing again where like at first you were saying that we're not being colorblind and things, but now you're kind of doing like a colorblind thing anyway.
No. But I don't mean it in that sense. The point isn't to see who's there. You see someone's color, you notice that maybe they look a certain type of way. We've always seen that. You know what I mean? No one's telling you to not look at that.
Doesn't blackness come with a culture?
Blackness comes with a culture?
Yeah.
Yes, but blackness would come with that culture whether it was called blackness or not. Why are we specifically calling something and who decided that? In my mind, it doesn't work to the benefit because it was made by some fucking racist assholes in Europe at the time, and we decided to keep using it.
Okay, I think now I've identified.
There's no reason.
I think I identified like the key issue I have.
The key point, because do understand, I don't want to sound like,
because
I don't see race, I don't see color.
I see where you're coming from, but
it's not about that.
At the same time, maybe we're both doing the same thing, and I don't see it. But it just feels like to me that like it's doing we're having this reaction to where it came from, which is you're completely right. Like
I know
the classification
that one I know.
The classification of race and all that does come from like a white supremacist attitude. Right?
Yes.
I don't know how much.
Time.
I don't know. Yeah, no. I'm getting there. I'm just chugging along. I don't know how much I'm supposed to care about that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how much I'm supposed to care about one racist's attitude to my skin color and what they thought about me.
Logan,
and my
it's
skin
not about the racist attitude though. It's about the effect that it's unconsciously, unfortunately, had on all of us, including myself, and that we don't really think about. You can't even really walk out. Us as Americans, Logan, we can't even really walk outside without really seeing people's colors first. People don't think that's a problem.
I don't think that's a problem though.
I don't mean it in terms of seeing the color on their skin. I mean it in terms of seeing the color on people and having that dictate, I wonder how that's going to affect my life. It shouldn't be like that. It's
going to affect my...
Well, you know what I mean?
No, but it's helpful. Like, it's
now,
helpful.
No, Logan, and I can't deny that because that's the case, because that's the reality.
It's helpful for me as a black person. It's helpful for me as a black person to know who it is I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? If I go to the bank and I need a loan, and Logan, I got to talk to white people. I know how I have to talk to white people.
But you should have never had to ever feel like that. And I'm not saying that's on you.
I know that might be so, but this is the conundrum I have found my black ass in. So like,
oh my God,
I happen to live in a country where white people own the bank. I live in a country where I gotta go to the bank. I know who owns the bank, and they don't want to give me a loan in the first place. You know what I mean? Even when I have the qualifications to get the loan, but I still got to try. You know what I mean? So I can't go in there all la-di-da and say, oh, well, this bank teller, he's probably got a great sense of character. You know what I mean? And then just say whatever I want, and be like, he'll understand my black culture. He'll understand my street slang and everything. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to like, be like, I have to be like respectable and respectability politics and all that, right? Because I don't subscribe to that. But at the same time, I know what I got to do when I go to the bank and I got to talk to somebody about some money that I need. You know what I mean? So on the one hand, I do agree with you. I understand that. I do wish that people didn't have to get judged by how they looked and whenever they interacted with somebody. But just human nature, I don't believe subscribes to that. I think humans listen.
I'm agreeing with you. Tribalism.
When they was like talking tribalism. About, when they were just talking about how, what was it, Claire? Like the Neanderthals that humans like wiped out just because. Like we wiped out a whole.
Wasn't just
like,
because.
Wasn't just because. Actually.
Yeah, a whole
that
species.
Homo sapiens were wiped out.
Just because they were there.
Neanderthals were actually just the biggest contenders and raped us a lot. So that's why we have a lot of like.
That's the story.
Neanderthal in a lot of us.
That's the story.
How it goes, at least. Anyway.
Because
I know that's because going off what I read.
No. I mean, I'm being glib and I'm making a joke because I'm like, that's the story, because like so many times we hear like,
oh yeah, what if we
like, oh they did all this, they threw a baby one time, and we hear we hear all these stories, and then like the people that were telling the stories were the people that were throwing the babies in the first place. You know what I mean? So
100%, you can't believe what you read. Yeah. History is written by the winners.
Yeah, so I'm like, maybe we the baby throwers.
Doesn't mean there isn't shreds of truth, but it is written by the winners. But even still with that, so it's basic tribalism. But once again, we're talking about humanity at an almost savage state. So I'm once again talking about ideals. The reason it bothers me is because it is very problematic, because it's very divisive. And we in our country, in America especially, have this fucking rampant problem where we just really can't get along. Of course, we're the experimental, stepchild of fucking England or whatever that was never supposed to fucking work, but it did and still is, and it's about time for some shit to change.
Mitch is saying a lot of we.
Mitch
is saying a lot of we about like, this whole America
guys, thing. We don't want to live here anymore. Like that's what you want to.
Because America's ghetto.
Don't lump me into all that.
It's not personal. I love where I'm from. I'm proud to be an American.
I'm kidding.
But I keep it real. And it's ghetto.
America is
like what
ghetto.
The fuck? You're supposed to be the richest country on the planet. No offense, but for the richest country on the planet, you seem type ghetto to me, yo. I'm just saying.
America.
Who said that America was the richest?
America, Claire.
You're right. That's you know what? That's so right. That's so fair.
I don't know, because like England and Russia exist.
America.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think it's.
I'm not even out here saying Australia is the best. I'm just sort of like.
America.
I mean, technically, it's Africa, which isn't a country; it's a continent.
True.
So let me not say that.
Mitch,
what
are you talking about? What are you doing?
Shut up! It doesn't matter. Anyway, Anyway, America's supposed to be a developed first world country.
Africa was a country. What is going on?
No, I was just talking about who has. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I made a mistake.
Yes.
I'm not perfect. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh my
So
God.
anyway, America's supposed to be this, developed first world country.
Not on my
And then
podcast.
here we are having citizens killed in the street. Black citizens, you know what I'm saying, in the street, dead for no reason. Here we are. We can't even agree on healthcare because we think people should die if they can't afford to get healed. You know what I'm saying? We want to talk education? Y'all want to talk education?
About what?
In America? Y'all want to talk education in America?
No, because we don't want to talk about education in America because you just called Africa a country. So no, we don't want to talk about education in America.
I didn't even call it a country. I fucking hate you.
We're gonna wrap it up soon. Did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about? Claire, did you have anything you wanted to talk about? No, you good. Mitch, did we miss anything?
Probably, but it's all good.
Okay, all right. I had one thing I wanted to talk about.
Of course you
Okay.
did.
Wow. You know what? You know what? Fine. No, you can laugh. No, you can laugh because it was a positive thing, and we're gonna leave the show on a positive note. And so you get to.
People.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I can't believe y'all turned that on me. I'm the most positive person here, I thought.
I know. That's why the world needs to know the truth.
Oh, wow, you guys believe that? That's unfortunate.
Well, here, you're probably the most positive person.
Yeah, potentially. But
after
we're
the
not
conversation
sure
we
of that.
just had, yeah, you're probably the most positive person we got here.
Well, that might not necessarily be true.
Probably
We'll find out
without
eventually.
Paige being here, yeah. Yeah.
I
Anyways,
mentioned I miss Paige.
we miss you, Paige.
I missed Paige too. I just wish people appreciated me as much as they appreciate Paige.
Leave.
You're not as pretty as Paige is.
I'm kidding.
I'm not as pretty as Paige.
No.
No.
That's great. No, listen. I was watching this interview, this Eddie Murphy interview. Okay.
Nice.
It just happened. He was like
That's
doing
the man.
promo for Coming to America for another round of he was doing this interview with other people who have a podcast that I'm not going to name because we don't promote other people's podcasts without them paying us.
Makes sense.
So
Perfect sense.
he was in this interview, and it's not important with who he was with, even though I love the people who he was in the interview with. But I was watching him, and he kept reiterating how he's a funny person, and I thought it was but the way he kept saying I'm a funny person, it was a very casual way of saying it. So he would tell a story, and he would tell it about because they would ask him a question about what's it like to do A, B, and C as a comedian and stuff, and how did you know that you were funny and stuff. And he was just telling them basically that if I'm in a room with people and then you're making people laugh, and he's naturally I'm just a funny person, so people start laughing, blah 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 blah. And so that just kept coming up where he would just keep saying that I'm a funny person, I'm a funny person, I'm a funny person. And I just thought that was so to me it was so wow, it was so revolutionary to me in a way to hear somebody talk about their best trait, but talk about it in such a casual way, and not a bragging way, but just in a way where this is something where this is a part of who I am, this is
Right.
who I am, you know what I mean? Because, and the reason why I was so awestruck, the reason why I was so awestruck by the whole thing was because normally we're taught that we're not allowed to say what our best traits are. We're normally told that if you are a funny person, you're not supposed to say it. If you are good at sports, athletic, if you are I don't know, give me another good trait.
Charismatic.
If you're charismatic, you're charming. If you add any type of positive value into the world, that you're not supposed to say that. And I just was watching this interview, and I thought about what if we were able to just do that? What if we were able to say our best traits and then say that, this is how I think about the world, and this is why it's good for the world. This is why would I actually contribute to the world. Eddie Murphy makes millions of people laugh around the world, and that's a value. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's a value that like he does that, and like people like Mitch, you're an actor. You impart joy through your entertainment. You
Or
like people
sorrow.
or sorrow or whatever like people
Just saying.
need to get from you. And if you were to become like the greatest actor in the world, you should be at the very least be able to say that I'm a good actor. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Or that like I act, you know what I mean?
Really well, which I
Should
do.
be proud of it.
Claire, you're like one of the smartest people I know. And you're smarter than me, to be honest. And that's not saying much because I'm dumb. But, but like, no, like you're like one of the smartest people I know, one of the brightest bulbs out there. And like, you actually use your powers for good and not evil. And like, you actually use your passion for good. You should be able to say that, hey, I'm a smart person. And this is what I do to help like people through their problems, because that's what you do. You know, like there's so many times when I call Claire up and I have a problem, and the only reason I'm calling her up is because she's Claire and she can like help solve my problems. You know what I mean? And she should be able
I'm an
to
unpaid therapist.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
My unofficial therapist. It's so great. I listen, if you're a doctor out there and you need a friend, I want to be your friend, because I need a doctor friend, because I haven't been into the doctor in like forever. So
I need a therapist. I haven't been a doctor
Like,
forever. I also
There's a sandwich maker out there.
But if you're out
That would
there,
also-
but anybody, I'm really
I'm
trying
hungry, okay?
Facts.
But with just like anybody, what I'm trying to say is, don't be afraid to like say what your best traits are. Don't be afraid to like accept your best traits and be able to say that, hey, I am this funny person. Hey, I am good with money. Hey, I'm like a good accountant. Hey, I am a good business person. Hey, I am the type of person that you can come to when you need advice. Like, these are traits that we all have, and they're like gifts. Like, these are the gifts that we have. Like, don't let people tell you that you shouldn't talk about these things. These are your gifts. These are your talents. Like, there's a reason why you have them. You have them so that you can share them with the world. And so you can't share them with the world if you're like sitting behind wherever and you're just hiding behind these traits, and you're just like, oh yeah, no, yeah, like I do this sometimes. But no, if you're an artist, then make art and be proud of the art that you make. You know what I mean? Because without it, where would we be in the world? We need to see this. We need you to be supportive of your art. This podcast I've been trying to do for the past 5 years. No, 5. It's 5, Claire. Yeah.
You mean the past 3 weeks?
No. Yeah, exactly. They're saying the past 3 years or the past 3 weeks, because that's when I mustered up the courage to ask each one of them onto the show in the first place. And I asked maybe Paige like 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago, and she just couldn't be here with us today. But I hope you guys get to see the greatness that is Paige, because she's one of my best friends, and she is a funny person. She is somebody who's funny. And now I've just like hyped her up, and now she has to deliver.
I know. She's going to hate you for this, but it's all good.
She's going to hate me for that.
She'll be able to deliver. She's got it.
I know.
She's a lot different to us. I think the best part about this podcast is how different we literally all are. We all have a lot of the same values and like stances in like stuff, but we also are just very different individuals, and I'm proud of us, and I think we're beautiful, and I love you all.
That's worth crying.
I'm so emotional
Thank you.
right now.
Thank you very much. No, that's worth crying over. Thank you very much. I
That's so
appreciate
lovely.
that.
I love this. I love you guys. Listen, that's what.
Yo, don't be saying that out loud to me, bro. I literally had this conversation with you.
What? I can't say I love you out loud.
No, of course you can. I just don't want you to do it in my presence. Like, I don't want to know you saying it.
Oh,
Like,
come on.
I want you to be saying it all the time. Wait, what?
You can say I'm beautiful. Just don't say it to my face.
Please say it to my face. Please, somebody. Somebody out there, call me cute.
Oh my
As I
God,
said,
say it for your
different
girlfriend.
individual.
Why?
she's
Like,
probably
I
not
can have a
spoiling you.
girlfriend and have people call me cute. I didn't say who.
What? I said different individuals.
No, Mitch said
No,
that
he was-
because I have a
Oh.
girlfriend. People can't call me cute.
I didn't
don't
say that.
understand.
I just said save it for your girlfriend. And then I was going to say, but she probably doesn't spoil you like that because she knows you don't deserve it. But
Yeah.
how you just walk away from
He
that?
just up and leaves. What the? So Logan just
Yeah, just left the
Sorry.
podcast.
No, I'm sorry. I had to
Yeah, we were just like, so Logan just left.
I was mid-sentence. I was like, yo, damn, bro.
No, but like for real. I gotta start writing down timestamps for when I need to edit and stuff. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to.
That would have been smart like 2 hours ago, to be quite fair.
I'm gonna have to listen to like 3 hours of podcast.
You can do it.
I know when we started. We started like 60-minute mark. Anyways, like I was trying to say, because I am trying to wrap this up, is that yeah, I've been trying to like put this thing together for like the past 5 years, and even just looking at it now, where I have you guys here and we recorded an episode, is so surreal to me. Because to me, knowing myself and knowing all the doubt I had against myself, all of the support I didn't give myself to accomplish it, when this probably could have got done like maybe 2-3 years ago. Sometimes you steal your own time, and this is like a miracle in itself that it's even happening. So I hope this isn't you guys' last episode, because I love you guys and I love this show.
If we just died.
Like,
I know.
I love you guys.
Don't show
Kicks
up.
us off the show. He's like, I can't believe you guys did this. That's the embarrassing shit I've ever done.
Goes into a coma. She's still here, guys. She's just not talking.
Yeah, exactly. I just learned how to do an Australian accent. I do Claire's voice. I do Claire's part too.
Oh my god.
But no, I just wanted to like say thank you to you guys for. No, I don't want to say thank you for showing up, because Paige couldn't be here. She just couldn't be here. It's not her fault. But like,
no, of course.
I wanted to say thank you for all the support that you've given me. I wanted to thank everybody who's helped me put this show together. And Mitch is giving me this face, but like, no, I'm real serious, because I actually do want to put this thank you into the show, because this is something to me that is so impossible. Only 5 people are going to hear it next week, but I don't care. Because this is a real show. This is like something that I've had on my heart for a long time. This is something I've been trying to do for a very long time. I have Twitter pages older than this show for no reason. I have Instagram and Facebook pages, which you should follow us on all of those things. I didn't want to be that guy, but we should be that guy, right? We should promote. We should support. We should support our own stuff. This is amazing. This is great. This is an achievement. And so
it's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Thank you. We have a subreddit in which you can join our subreddit. Yeah, we'll be posting clips and things of the show. And who knows?
I probably won't, but
somebody from the pod will talk to you. Who knows? Maybe we'll just go on anonymously and you won't even know we're talking to you. We'll just be a part of the conversation. But I love that. I love that.
Greg, and why is he acting like he knows?
Yeah, exactly. Yo, we have to talk about QAnon next episode. We got to do that.
Yep.
Because that's exactly what the QAnon dude did. And so, like, we have to talk about QAnon, and I watched the documentary for that too. So, this is great. I just want to say, once again, thank you to Mitch for coming here. Thank you to Claire for coming out.
I am flattered and honored.
My name's Logan. This is the Milk and Toast Podcast. We out.
Oh, wait. One more thing. Shout out to Florida, because I love my home state. And also, you're...
All right.
Now we out.